Happy Tuesday. Happy Ramadan Mubarak. We are very glad to have you all back. I know that you probably missed us last month if you didn't come to Sun City. We had a traveling roadshow last month, which was a lot of fun. Did anybody come to our traveling roadshow last month? Oh my gosh, see? That's why we're so cool here. So tonight, I was inspired last month when we were at Sun City. We got a lot of questions about what is the future of Metro? What is happening? I hear you guys are opening a new substation. And I thought it would be really impressive for you guys to hear it straight from the miracle makers that are putting it all into place. So you're going to have a presentation tonight on what does the future of Summerlin look like? What is the development? What are you guys going to see happening, and how is it going to affect you, from traffic to crime to just all of these beautiful additions that are going to make our community shine even brighter than it already is. So, are you ready to hear all the people that did phenomenal things this last month? If you've never been to a First Tuesday here, then you probably don't know, but we always honor a community member for outstanding community service in what we call the Unsung Hero Award. And this month it was an easy choice because we have been partnered with a few different organizations that came to us and said, anything you need at any time, we're always willing to do. And they don't usually mean that. However, this company did. And when we called them last summer and said, hey, we have people dying from heat exhaustion and dehydration, can you help? They showed up with pallets of water that would have hydrated a small country. I'm not kidding. And they have gone above and beyond on so many different requests that tonight our unsung hero is Anthem Hills from Blue Cross Blue Shield. So, all right, so here it goes. We at Northwest Area Command would like to recognize Olivia Smith of Anthem Blue Cross for our community partner of the quarter, what we call the Unsung Hero. Olivia and her team have been outstanding in the contribution of their efforts and resources to help our area command and better the community. They organize events, provide bouncy castles for kids, and always bring the big Blue Cross RV to events, which is an activity for the kids to play on when it's parked at events. They're always the first to ask if we need something, provide Northwest Area Command with over 100 cases of water in the summer of 2018 to help with hydration and our homeless outreach project. In effect, saving lives during the heat and the hottest part of our summer months. Olivia and her team provided bags of goodies to the Shriners charity event last October. And we held a barbecue at one of our problem apartment complexes last summer, and in the heat of the day, Olivia was there with her RV to help cook and provide for the community members present. We at Northwest Area Command would like to take a moment and a big thank you for all of your kindness and generosity over the last year working with us. We look forward to continued partnership and incredible collaborative effort of making a difference in our community. So as you might have heard, and if you hadn't heard, I'll be the first to tell you, that the sheriff every year comes up with priorities. And recently, since his last election, his priority, since he first got elected, his priority has been to reduce violent crime. You can all agree, a great priority, right? The reduction of violent crime. And for 4 years, we tirelessly, as LVMPD, worked to decrease violent crime in every category. And as I stand here today, I will tell you that we are still on that trend. When I looked at the numbers this morning, we're down 28 homicides as compared to last year. Right, that's really awesome. 19 shooting victims, we're down in fatal accidents, we're down in robberies, we're down across the board. And I don't want to take any credit for this, but we are down in stolen firearms. And I'm just saying that maybe our message is getting out. So we really made a difference in those numbers. But the one place, and I know you heard me talk about it, that we hadn't made as much of an impact that we would have liked to have seen was in home burglaries. And I know every message I push out, every time I talk to you guys, we're talking about how to improve your safety of your home, your apartment complex, how to lock up your firearms, and how to really make an impact in home burglaries. So we decided, instead of just preaching that message to you, we needed to take an active role in that as well. Lieutenant Gibbon and Sergeant Stu Richmond, we came up with the idea of putting together a burglary task force. And if you were at First Tuesday last month, we told you a little bit about it, and we even hit Sun City last month, and you saw our officers out there walking around, knocking on doors, and really trying to push this message. And I'm proud to tell you that they were up and running 60 days, and we had a huge impact in burglaries and stolen firearms here at Northwest Area Command. And at the end of that 60 days, we realized that all it takes is this partnership, right, between you guys taking an active role in your own safety and us getting out there and not just spreading the message, but putting the right people in jail. Day after day, they were coming in and talking about, we arrested this burglary suspect and that burglary suspect, and we caught this person in action, right? Right in the heat of the moment, they were catching these guys committing these burglaries. And it really, really had an impact. So I'm proud to tell you today that we are dropping home burglaries substantially. And this month, we decided we're going to honor our burglary task force.
Hey, Northwest Area Command. This month, we are recognizing officers who are part of our Help Us, Help You burglary task force. You may have seen them in your neighborhoods, on your social media, or maybe even the news and radio. They were instrumental in delivering the message about safeguarding your homes and your property. We'd like to thank Officer Martin, Officer Van Dyke, Officer Mina, and Officer Bradley for outstanding service to Northwest Area Command and our community. Thank you.
Thank you for all your hard work, diligence, and endeavor to get the message out to our community and make it a safer place for all those who reside here. Laura? Which one? Thank you very much. Mr. Bradley.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You guys make me feel like such a celebrity when you clap every time. Thank you guys.
So I'm Detective Fernandez with the Child Abuse Unit, and we've had a lot of child drownings, near drownings, not all deaths. However, the few that did not survive, they're very heart-wrenching because 99% of my cases in this situation are accidental. Preventable, but mostly accidental. And this could be easily prevented. I brought some pamphlets in here for simple steps to save lives. I don't need to open it because I'm pretty familiar with them. It's A, B, C, and D. Pretty simple. A is adult supervision. Watch those kids, have somebody watching them. Some of you have children, some of you have children of children, and if they're not watching them, you better tell somebody, hey, somebody needs to be watching that kid. I see a little girl back there, and it's heart-wrenching, thinking that something would happen to her, whether an accident or due to neglect. I have actually successfully prosecuted about 2.5 cases in regards to a mom leaving her child unattended for long periods of time, and having to watch these videos are probably the worst thing of my job. Cap said, yes, I have one of the worst jobs here, but I also have one of the most important jobs, and that's finding justice for those little kids that are being mistreated. So continue with the steps. B, get those barriers. The other day we had a child, the fences were all up, everything seemed very secure, but there was about an 8-inch gap in the fence and the wall. These kids are very curious. They're gonna find those gaps. They're gonna find those areas where they can get in. Luckily, he's recovering. We don't know how well he's gonna do, but hopefully he comes out okay. C is classes. We have a person in our unit that's wife actually teaches infants to swim. Look it up on YouTube, infant swimming. 6 months old, fall in the water, flip over, swim to the edge, crawl out, all on their own. So if you guys can get these classes, I know there's scholarship for these classes that can't be afforded. Please get those kids in swimming lessons as soon as possible. And D, devices. Get those flotation devices on them. I don't really care for as much flotation devices because kids flip over. You know, you got that little goose that they're in and they flip over. Guess what? They don't have the dexterity or the muscles to get back upright. So please be careful. I don't want to take too much of your guys' time. I know we have a couple safety videos. We're going to keep reiterating this throughout the summer. Last year, we had way too many. And as much as I like the overtime, I'd rather not have it. I'd rather just not get it. Because I have to go to every autopsy, I have to go to every drowning, and I have to tell the parents, you know, hey, your son's not coming home. And it's heart-wrenching when they're 6 months, 2 years old, even 3 years old, even 7 years old. So please, if you see something, if you know somebody with a child, make sure they get this information and spread the word. I remember 15 years ago when I went to my first Tuesday, I think it was downtown, and there were like 10 people there. So this is awesome. And I hope you guys can spread the word about pool safety and the dangers that it brings. Sober adults. So that is another
and
issue.
without headphones and their nose in their
And that's actually how we prosecuted one. Is a mom brought the kids, 6, 5, and a 2-year-old. Mom's on her iPad the entire time. I got them on a community pool. Surveillance video caught the whole thing, and it was about 20 minutes before she even noticed the child was face down. I'm sorry, I'm bringing the room down here.
No, it's the reality.
I'm so used to this, it's just like common day for me. So I don't want to be used to it, but please just be aware of these dangers. Thank you.
But I just want you to know that the partnership that Metro has with Howard Hughes is a really, really powerful one, and they're doing some incredible things for our city and our community. And so I hope that you're excited to hear about it. Tom Morton.
A little bit of an apology on my part to the captain. I did a little bit of a crossed wire. I thought I was teaching a Pilates class tonight, so. All right, assume the position. So we love this because it's a chance to get out in the community and talk a little bit about what's going on with Summerlin. And boy, I wasn't sure if you were going to let that cat out of the bag or not, but it is awesome. We are building a new Metro substation, and it'll be in a little presentation here. We'll talk more about that. It's going to be great. So this is the current map of Summerlin today. We've got about 100, it's actually probably more like 110,000 residents right now. We're going to have more than 200,000 when we're done. That yellow area is Summerlin West. It's the alluvial plain that goes west. Not even sure what it means, but it sounds cool. Alluvial plain goes up to the mountains in there. And let me place this for you. Let's say you're on Far Hills and you're going west and you cross over the 215. There's a substation, an NV Energy substation right to the right there. Just the other side of that, on the north side of that, is the new Metro substation. Part of our development agreement with the city of Las Vegas was that we would do certain things, build fire stations, police stations, all the infrastructure that we would build and then hand over to the providers, whether it's sewer or water or whatever. This was one of those promises that was made, and so the Howard Hughes Corporation is building a state-of-the-art Metro Police substation, and it is well underway, and it's going to be opening up certainly by the end of this year, and it's coming together real nice. It's got a phenomenal view looking down into the valley, as you can imagine. And we're thrilled that this is going to happen in Summerlin. We're even more thrilled, and you know, early on when we had those artist renderings like the slide you just saw right there, we really wanted to see Captain Larkin come out there. And so we actually made a version of that. Instead of Summerlin Area Command, it said Sasha Town Area Command. City National Arena, how many of you have been inside? Second story restaurant, you can look down and see the kids skating, or you can look down and see the team practicing. It's phenomenal, and it has been such a boost for the community. We're almost shocked at how much traffic it has put into downtown Summerlin, and it's been a huge success. So right next to them is a little thing called Las Vegas Ballpark. We got $10.5 million worth of press nationwide on this. They compare it, they called it a major league stadium that only seats 10,000 people. It's a 10,000 capacity stadium. That's Finn, the bat dog, and he is phenomenal. When any of our team members bat and they drop the bat, Finn goes out and gets the bat. He is such a cutie, and he does a great job with that, but he has to keep on the good side of the umpire too, so he also brings out cold water. So anyway, that's our ballpark, and that's kind of what's going to happen with the rest of downtown Summerlin as we build it out. Well, can I just say one thing? I mean, I've been doing this for 20 years with Summerlin. I came to town actually in '89. That's 1989, in case you're wondering. But I was a news anchor at Channel 8 for a few years, and I just finished my last 55-gallon drum of news anchor hairspray. But I've been with Hughes for 20 years now, and we've always had great interactions with Metro. Any of the three of the area commands that we've dealt with. But this particular area command, this commander, and this staff are the best. Lieutenant Gibbons and Randy and all the other guys and gals here that we've worked with, just phenomenal, and I feel real blessed that that's been part of Summerlin's experience.
A partnership that we're going to continue to grow.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you guys for your time. And next month, unless 4th of July, I don't think it falls on a Tuesday, we will see you in July. We'll be back here at the Area Command.